Let's get ready for story time as I talk about all the memory keeping projects that I want to start in 2025. Hello my planner pals and welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I am Di and this is Creative Comedy Design. Today we're going a little bit of story time, back in time as we discuss my history with memory keeping. It's all I gotta say really, my history with memory keeping. And I don't know where to start with this. I've always had some kind of scrapbook. And back in the day when I was a kid, it was a literal scraps, like scraps. It was one of the what do they call it, like poster paper books, like the very rough paper. And I used to literally put like cinema tickets in there, and if I saw something funny out of a cartoon that I wanted to keep, or the newspaper, magazines cuttings, it had all of those kind of things in it. It was very much a literal scrapbook. And then we moved here in 2001 to California and we got dogs and I started scrapbooking as we know it today, right? I know this about myself. I took that hobby and made it a career because that's what I do. If you have ADHD, you know. Because I then went on store design teams, you know, where they send you the kit and then you do stuff with the kit to promote how it's going to be used. I got into digital scrapbooking, I did that. I got myself published in magazines. Then I got on manufacturer design teams and I worked for craft shows and trade fairs and stuff like that. It just got a lot. I had a room very similar to this that was chock full. Chock full. At that time I was in the next room that is now our fitness room, but it was chock full. When I say it was chock full, it was chock full of papers, ribbons, some attachment stuff of all shapes and fashion. I had a Sizzix, that was back before Cricut days. I had the big red Sizzix, and then I had the one with the little roller thing. I had stamps galore, and I got rid of a ton of it around 2012, 2013. I could have literally scrapbooked for the whole of the USA. Like, I mean, I'm kidding, but also kind of not. Oh, I did card making too. And then I got into the more digital stuff and the hybrid stuff. I was the design team leader for the Prima hybrid team. It seems like a lifetime ago, but here we are. So when I say that I've done this creative thing in some shape and fashion my whole life, this is what I'm talking about. When I was literally fresh out of high school, as it would be here in the US, but 17, 18 in the UK, I was working in a print shop, like screen printing in a print shop for 2 years while I did my design degree. It's just been part of my life for so long to be doing something creative. With that in mind, I am wanting to get back into memory keeping. Project Life has really shown me how much I've missed it. And then I went into my closet recently where all of my scrapbooks are, and let me know if you want to see a flip through of some of those. I want to get back into that badly. So I think these are the projects that I want to do in 2025. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to continue with Project Life. I am loving Project Life the way that I am doing it because 1, it's easy, 2, it's cheap, and 3, I just love it. It's easy, it's cheap, I love it. That one is staying. The next thing that I want to do is some kind of all about me album. I'm going to tell you a little bit about a program that we had in the UK and why I am interested in doing this. In the UK, we had a program called This Is Your Life. This host surprised a person, usually a famous person or a person of interest. They basically went past through their whole life, and he had this big book. And it was like, this is your life. This is what has happened in your life. That's what I want. Now, I've seen this in a couple of iterations over the last 20, 25 years. I've seen it do the all about me. There's the me, myself, and I, which I've seen recently. I think it's Coco Daisy or Studio Calico. I'm not sure. In some iteration, it has been out. That's what I want. Basically, it's going to be like my life. Now, I know Project Life is about my life, but this is about like the highlights. What did you do? Where did you go on vacation? When did you go? What were the main things? This is the reason for this. My family does have a history of dementia. I know. We have kidney disease and dementia. Fantastic. I want to have something to look at when I'm older of the things that I've done. I have done a lot of stuff. I have walked over an alligator pit. I have been in a hot air balloon. I have been on these places on vacation. I've ridden a Segway. I've ridden a motorbike. Like, I look at some of people's bucket list and a lot of the things I've already done. So I want somewhere where that is documented. I did this. Remember that you did this. That's why I'm doing an album all about me. Highly recommend, if you're going to do one album, make it about you. Even if you have kids, your kids will want to know about you, not about when they lost their first tooth. They want to know about you. So make it about you. The second album that I want to do, of more of a memory keeping type thing, is my Disney trip album. The first time we went to Disneyland was probably 1997, and then we went to Disney World in 98. We moved here in California in 2001. My husband used to work for Disney, and we've had many trips to Disneyland and Disney World. I really want to make those memories actually in a book. So that is something that I want to do. I want to make sure that I've got those memories down somewhere. I'm not sure whether that's going to be Disney World and Disneyland, or whether I will put both together. But right now, Disney stuff. The third album that I want to do is Hawaii. We first went to Hawaii in 2015 and I fell in love. When we came here in 1997 to California, I fell in love. When we went to Hawaii in 2015, I fell in love. I just love the place. So I want a whole album of our Hawaii vacation or vacations and all of the things that we did. Kayaking, snorkeling, surfing. Yes, I've surfed. Not very successfully, but I've surfed. I want that to be an album. I need to get those photos out of my hard drive and into an album. And the surfing ones also serve double purpose. They will be my All About Me album. The fourth album that I want to do is a London/UK album. And I'm specifically more talking about recent trips. I think I might separate them into London and one of Derby, which is where I'm from in the UK. So I think there's going to be two separate ones there. I'm not sure. But I think those need the memories taking and telling. They need the stories telling. None of these are getting finished this year. I want to start them. The fifth one that I want to start is my dogs. In case you didn't know, we are currently on our fourth and fifth Dalmatian. I love my Dalmatians. I love my spotty little monsters. And I have 24 years of photos of my dogs. There's quite a few. Now I do have scrapbooks for two of them, the first two. I tailed off around 2010, probably before that, and I did not finish them. I would like to get some of those stories told. Again, it's the stories that I'm interested in getting down on paper. So I would like to get some of those stories out and told and into an album. So that is my fifth album. Now I'm not sure whether it will be dogs lumped together or River, Sky, Pixel, Stella, Cosmo, or dogs, or a combination of all of that. I'm not sure yet. So other than that, I would like to do December Daily again this year. I loved that project, keeping me connected to the season, and it just made sense. I loved it. This year, I will only be going to 25 because the album got way too chunky. The other projects that I would like to do that are non-planner things are Ali Edwards, Pieces of Play or something. I think it's called Pieces of whatever. Pieces of something. And I want to do that, and I'm probably going to put that in Project Life. Right now, I'm not 100% sure. I would like to do Day in the Life and Week in the Life. Again, I'm probably going to put those into Project Life, into that album. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm also thinking of branching out and trying other sizes and maybe either doing my own album for something or converting a happy planner into some kind of memory keeping thing. I'm not quite sure yet how that's going to work, but stay tuned for that. I want you to let me know if you'd be interested in seeing my old scrapbooks, because Ali has recently done flip throughs of her old ones, and oh my god, talk about memory lane. Let me know if you want to see those in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this mad ramble about things that I want to start this year, because I don't have enough on my plate and I want to add more fun creative things. Give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Go watch this video next.